Hello, I'm Carol Off.
Good evening, I'm Barbara Budd. This is As It Happens.
The bird had wings that just wouldn't quit until someone forced them to. An L.A. gumshoe goes snooping for the mug who gave an endangered condor a fatal case of lead poisoning.
With a wingspan of 9.5 feet, you might think twice before taking on a California Condor. It is, after all, the largest bird in North America. But a couple of months ago, 2 of the endangered birds were found riddled with shotgun pellets. And condor murders are not something Californians take lightly. Enter Bruce Robertson. For the past 2 months, the private investigator has been looking for a break in the case. We reached him in Los Angeles.
Mr. Robertson, normally you take on cheating spouses or you're tracking down insurance scammers. Has this got to be the most unusual case you've ever taken on?
Well, it's one of the more unusual cases. Tracking down someone who has shot an endangered species is very challenging. These condors have a flying range of over 7,000 square miles, so this crime could have happened anywhere in that range and makes it especially challenging to track down the perpetrator.
So you've never been called in to track down the killer of birds before?
This is the first, that's for sure.
Who hired you then?
The Center for Biological Diversity hired me. They're an environmental firm that's based in Tucson and have a very large presence out in California as well.
And why do you think that they needed a private investigator?
They were very concerned that since 2 birds have been shot, that more might be in danger. So they decided that they needed to put all resources possible to stop these crimes.
What do you make now? Have you seen the birds that have been shot?
When I was hired on this case, I did tell them one of the first things I wanted to do was meet the client. So although I couldn't meet the actual birds that were involved, I was able to get very close to these condors and actually witness the release of one of them out into the wild.
You regard your client as being the condors themselves?
Correct.
What do you know about, at this point, who might have shot and killed at least one of these condors?
Right now, the best speculation is that this was probably a crime of opportunity. Someone was in a situation where they happened upon these birds and they happened to be armed and they took a shot at them.
Have you had to wear any disguises in trying to ferret out this information?
No, I haven't had to wear any disguises. I mean, I dress appropriately. I drive a car that's appropriate for the area, so whenever you're doing undercover work, you certainly try to blend in.
But you've you're flummoxed in this case because you've gone public.
We always assume that at some point, if the ground level information did not turn up, that we would go public and create a wanted poster, which is what we've done, and we've begun to disseminate that. So at this point, we're enlisting the public's help to help solve this crime.
What does the wanted poster say?
It says, wanted suspect in condor shooting, $40,000 reward, and it gives a toll-free 800 number and an email address, condortip@gmail.com.
Well, I hope you're successful.
Well, I certainly appreciate your interest in it, and we're doing everything we can.
Thanks, Mr. Robertson.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye now.
That is private investigator Bruce Robertson, who we reached in Los Angeles.